for ourselves.
Welcome back to Tell the Truth, the game show that promises you very little and delivers on that promise. It's time to meet our next guests. Contestants, please introduce yourselves.
I'm a sexologist.
I am a sexologist.
I am a sexologist.
Here is this person's story in their own words. If you have a sexual urge or fantasy that's keeping you up at night, I might be able to help you out. I specialize in finding solutions to sexual problems. My specialty includes sex therapy, relationship counseling, alternative lifestyles, and more. I am definitely sex positive and here to assist others on their path to embracing their sexuality. Now, who's ready for some sexual healing? Vivica, always raising your hand. One of these people is a real sexologist and is the only one who has been sworn to tell the truth. Contestants, please take a seat. This is going to be interesting. Alfonso, you've had sex, right?
4 times.
Okay.
4 times.
That's all.
Yep. Number 1, who is the best sexual partner of the 3 of us?
Well, that would take some research, but
Sit down!
you know, the work I do is really not about who is the best, but it's about who actually is the most giving and who is the most, willing to participate and loving. Apparently.
Yes.
Number 1, what's the difference between a sexologist and a sex therapist?
It's a degree. I have a PhD in sexual relations.
Where'd you get that degree from?
Ohio State.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Liar number 3. Let's say I have a sexual hang-up where I'm very into adult ladies with a vibe like a leprechaun. And I mean, they just got like a leprechaun vibe, like blingy. They look like maybe they are a grown-up lady leprechaun, and I just can't stop that freaky leprechaun feeling. What advice would you give me? Pursue that?
I would say enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you.
Totally.
Follow-up. Do you think there's something wrong with me?
I don't specialize in that.
Okay.
Number 2, you talked about past life experiences. How do you fix a past life experience for someone?
You have to get them to talk about their childhood.
What normally is going wrong with someone that would mess up their sexual life?
It could be anything. It really could. And the issue is trying to find what that thing is. Often what you think it is right away, it's not that.
Number 3, breakup sex, yes or no? Yes.
Number 1, make-up sex, yes or no?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Number 1, obviously, you're a sexual freak. It's all over your face. My question, and you have, I believe, a PhD from...
Ohio State University.
As a non-professional, I have a BFA.
A big fat ass?
In your professional opinion, sex is when you and somebody else go in a closet and you both pull down your pants really fast and you close your eyes and then you go like that really fast and then you pull your pants back up. Or is there more to it?
You know, we offer some educational courses, and I can leave some pamphlets if you'd like.
Oh, so maybe there is more to it.
There may be a little more to it than that, yes, sir.
Number 2, is it possible to lose your sexual sensation if you go for a long period of time without having sex?
Yeah, you start to stutter.
Shut up.
That's the beginning of it.
Number 1, use it or lose it?
You don't lose it.
Number 3?
It's a muscle, and if you don't use it, you will lose it.
Number 2, who's whiter, you or me?
We'd have to strip down.
I knew he was...
Call!
He was a freak.
He called you. Number 2, what are some of the biggest problems you see coming into your office?
It's generally a lack of intimacy. Finding time for intimacy or other issues that hang up with that area.
Number 1, are you married?
Yes.
Number 2?
I'm divorced.
Oh, so your didn't work for you.
For both of us.
Okay. Number 3.
Divorced.
Divorced. Okay.
Number 1,
Yes, sir.
prove that you're not Randy Newman.
Time is up. Let's see who the panel thinks is the real sexologist. Please write down your answers. Is it 1, 2, or 3? Vivica,
Yes.
you are the lone woman on our panel today, so we're going to start with you first. Who do you think is
well,
the
you know,
sexologist?
at first, Anthony, I'm going to say I was thinking number 3. Something about her aura seems like you would want to go to her and get advice and that she would have a lot of knowledge. However, I went with number 1.
Yep, I can see that. I can see that. Alfonso.
Well, I have no clue. About anything. But sitting here, I've been wrong twice, right?
Right.
And I felt like there was a chance that I would get it right by simply going with the same number I've gone with before.
Okay. Or maybe that is just an unlucky bad number for you.
It could be, probably will be. But that's all I have.
Okay. Number 3, do you dress like this when you meet your clients or whatnot?
That's right.
Like a sex leprechaun. We'll find that pot of gold later.
Tom?
I don't feel like there's any universe where a sexologist wears a sweater vest ever. Number 2, that just is a thing. I gotta lay that out there. If you're in stealth mode, the stealth level is amazing. Number 1, I love your stuff, not just the Pixar songs, but everything else. I love LA, all of it. I gotta go with number 3. I just felt it.
All right, everyone's guesses are locked in. Will the real sexologist please stand up after we come back after these breaks? Welcome back to Tell the Truth. Now, before the break, our celebrities locked in their guesses as they tried to identify the real sexologist. Time to find out who's been telling the truth. Will the real sexologist please stand up? Sweater vest.
No.
Sweater vest. All right. Number 3, please introduce yourself.
I am Dr. Stephanie Hunter-Jones, and I'm a sexologist.
All of us are going to get your number, and we're going to come see you. All right. As you can see, we've still got 2 people with us. And although neither of them wrote the book on sex, one of them wrote a whole bunch of other books. It's time to play Before You Go. Here's this person's story in their own words. They say you should never insult your audience's intelligence. But I'm proof that that advice is really, really dumb. Because I'm the person who wrote the first ever For Dummies book that helped spawn an international phenomenon. Since our first title in 1991, there's been over 2,500 For Dummies books with over 350 million copies in print in over 30 languages around the world. And while I've written many of the books in our series, I have not written a how to launch a massively successful book franchise for dummies. But I totally could. One of these people is the original For Dummies author and is the only one who has been sworn to tell the truth. Vivica, we're going to have you start.
Number 2, what was your best-selling For Dummies book?
Well, DOS for Dummies.
I'm sorry?
DOS for Dummies, the first one.
DOS.
Yes, DOS.
DOS, the computer program.
stuff.
That's computer.
That was some super
Oh, so
nerdy
y'all
stuff.
just gonna try to make me look dumb.
No.
What? No. You made yourself look dumb. We were just supporting you.
Number 1. It says you were the original. Are there other authors that have also written For Dummies books?
Yes, absolutely.
How many?
I wrote 8 books and I partnered with people on 6 of them. But since the franchise has taken off, there's all kinds of research people that write all kinds of books for it.
Okay.
Number 2, what's the least popular book for dummies of all time?
Who would know that if it wasn't popular?
I know my stuff that did not work out well. Vivica, remember how we're both in the movie Boat Trip?
I auditioned
for Boat Trip?
for Boat Trip.
Did you really?
I was supposed to be Cuba.
You know what? Oh,
Yeah,
it
but
was-
I'm glad he got it and not me.
Oh, it's a horrible film, but Vivica and I are both in it.
No, you guys are great in it. But
Thank
yeah,
you.
I
I'm just
auditioned
saying-
for it.
Actually, and Will Ferrell was in it as well, too.
Was he?
Will
Oh,
Ferrell
we had a
was
lot
in
of fun.
it.
Yeah, Will Ferrell was in it before he was Will Ferrell.
Exactly.
Did you
Okay.
guys know that the guy who wrote For Dummies is here?
Yeah.
Where are they?
Right over there, one of them.
Number one, same question. What was the book that you thought would do the best but did not?
We wrote a book on how to reprogram your phone, and I thought people would like that, but I think it was just too complicated a topic, and they were afraid they were going to avoid the warranty.
So some of the dummies were actually nitwits in this scenario.
Number 2, how many books did you write?
Personally, I've written 170 titles.
Did you make a great deal of money, number 2?
Oh, a ton.
Number 1.
I made a decent living.
Are you still an active writer, number 1?
Uh-huh.
Number 2?
Yes, I updated 4 of the books this year.
What does it entail to update a book?
Technology changes, so there's a new edition, there's a new version. A book that sold 10 years ago no longer applies today. The technology's changed.
Vivica?
I think I know who it is.
You think you know who it is?
I know 100%.
I'm just going to guess.
All right. Alf has been guessing incorrectly all night, so let's see if he's consistent. You got the last one? Oh, that's right, the leprechaun.
I guessed the last
He
one
guessed
right.
the last one right.
I guessed the
My
last
bad.
one right.
All right, we're going to close this round and see who is telling the truth. Panelists, write down your answers. Is it 1 or 2?
I have this one. It's not even a discussion. Got it.
Nailed
We got it?
Got it.
Nailed
All
it.
right, Tom, we're going to go with you first.
Great. There was a great tell. Number 2 said that he'd made a great deal of money writing books. I've written 2 novels. One went to number 2 on the New York Times bestseller list. I've never made any money off of them. It's number 1, 1,000,000%. You said you made a decent living, and that makes a way more sense. Number 1, hands down.
Alfonso, who do you think is the For Dummies author and why?
Well, like we talked about earlier, clearly I have no clue. I went with number 3.
Who's not even here?
Or number 3, because I figured it was just about the same number that I was going to get right anyway. But I did write one down. I wrote another one down just because I thought it would work out. I thought it was number 2.
That was number 2.
I liked his answers. I have no idea why I liked his answers, but I felt good when he spoke.
Okay. Vivica.
See, now I'm on the same page as my man down there for once, because I too am also an author. And so when the gentleman said a decent
Makes way more sense, doesn't it?
makes way more sense. So I went with number 1.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Number 2, what are your royalties on the book?
They're actually quite dismal. It's 12% for a hard copy book, and then it just goes straight to hell from there.
But they've also sold 350 million copies.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
Okay. Will the real original For Dummies author please stand up? Somebody's got it right.
Yep.
Oh, you son of a gun! Oh, dang it,
It
look!
could happen.
You need a better agent.
Yes, he does. And number 2, please introduce yourself.
My name is Dan Gukin. I wrote DOS for Dummies in 1991 and 170 other books since then. I still write books today. I do online training for LinkedIn Learning.
All right. Let's look at DOS for Dummies.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Good
Now-
for you.
Number 1, please tell us your name and about yourself.
My name is Dan Jablons, and I did not write the Dummies book, but I convinced 2 of you that I did. So who's the Dummies now?
Randy Newman, you better chill out.
Give it up for the original For Dummies author, Dan Gukin. All right, time for a break. We'll be right back in a minute.